Hey guys, Grand Rising. I'm here with another one, guys. In this one, I want to talk about, guys, not giving away your power, guys, and how you see the certain, how do I say it, man? How you can detect certain power being given away by you kneeling and bowing down to a satanic deity, because the one you actually worship, that you call Jesus, is actually Satan, guys. Because he, first of all, his real name is not even Jesus, and the Jesus they gave you, they made him with blonde hair and blue eyes for a reason, and I'm gonna get to that now, guys. I could never give praise to a deity that in its books writes that other groups of robots have the right to keep you captive as a slave. And I have to talk to you Africans, man. I have to talk to you guys, because listen, I'm keeping it real here. You know already, I always bring the truth here. You are the least wanted amongst all the bots. The Indian doesn't like you. The Arab definitely hates your guts. They treat you the worst everywhere you go. The European men, sometimes I think out of guilt, they treat you somewhat better now because of the past, and they even make children with you, all those things. But in the bigger grand of things, you are not liked universally. And you know where it comes from? That book, guys. That book. And I know some of you won't like to hear it, but listen. Look, if you have African sold one, for me that's okay, you know. For me that's okay, because I don't think like that. There's no race in the real human beings realm, you know. But this realm ain't ours. It's the demiurges. And here, the hive mind, the NPC hive mind, somehow targeted you out of all the groups of people. And yet you're the biggest group to bow down to a god that doesn't look like you one bit. Actually, the 360, the opposite of you in regards to exterior. Look, no one is passionate about you. I know that in Suriname, the Indians there, the Hindustani, we call them in the Netherlands, they don't like to have you marrying their daughter or being with them. I know that the daughter gets exiled. What I'm going to with this story, guys, because I don't think like that. Soul doesn't have no color, man. I don't do that stuff. I love Africans. I go to their shop. I go to buy things there, and I'm mestizo, so I'm technically not black also. I'm mestizo. I'm mixed, but I get the same treatment when I go to fully dominant European wealthy neighborhoods. I get that same treatment. Old women pretending to not live there, and when I'm around the corner, I can see them from around the corner opening their door. In their heads they think I'm going to rob them. So we go to the same thing, brother. So I'm trying to help you. Leave those churches, leave those places, because that book taught everyone it's alright to mistreat you. And not only the Bible. If you have the Vedas, that's the Indian book, we have the Torah, it all says dark skin color and kinky hair, is ugly. And now because of those books, those beings feel like they have the right to mistreat you. That alone should motivate you to use your head, man. Use your head, and get away from that, man. Your place, you have the most resources out of all, Everyone went there and stole your resources. That means to say there was something there. But instead of you taking back your power and stop kneeling and bowing to a predatory deity like this one, you call Jesus, who's actually Satan, you hate each other, so you can't work together. Making it easier for the other folks to say, you see, they don't even like each other. It's one big setup. And first of all, let me tell you guys, man, a lot of these, I went to the churches, so I'm entitled to speak, are fake as fuck, I remember the church I went, the pastor was a narcissistic prick. He didn't like people. You can see it in his demeanor. He just tolerated them because they gave him that ching-ching, But he doesn't like people. That's why his wife at the time, she has more of a sociable personality. He used to let her do all the things, be the face of the church, and he used to always be in the back. He didn't like people, associating with people. He didn't like people. You could see it in his demeanor. When he used to come on the stage to talk, all the women and the brothers, quote unquote, there, the men, used to bulge their eyes open and go to the side because you can sense he has a horrible personality. Doesn't like people, but he's a narcissist. And can I tell you something? Most of these pastors in the church, they themselves don't believe in God. But they know that the majority that goes there has a low IQ and is gullible and has all types of issues and diseases. So he thought, I will pimp these folks. Because they study theology, not because they believe in God, because then they know how to talk, to manipulate people, to give them the money. You see, guys, with the way I am, that's why everywhere I go, folks just can't stand me. They don't like me because of this thing. If you have this way of being, folks will hate your guts, guys. And that's why I'm not liked. But I'm fine with it because I cannot go back, guys, to the lie, to the matrix, I have to keep it real, or else I'm a shill myself. You're not going to be liked. You're going to ruffle feathers everywhere you go because the moment you step in, realness came in and fakeness ceased to exist. That's why when you come sometimes, they stand up, they go away, the demon comes out of their butthole, showing you it doesn't like you, because you're challenging them. They're not used to being challenged. And can I tell you something? Church members I used to speak to also used to tell me, one guy told me from Suriname, I give false confessions sometimes just to get some narcissistic attention and just to be relevant. Most of the times, sometimes those things haven't even happened. I told them, but how can you be like that? You're lying, man, just to get attention. He said, yeah, but sometimes I have to do it. And you know how many people there have PTSS, have illnesses, they live from paycheck to paycheck. I had this guy one time send me a picture of where he lives, come eat. Hey, no, I don't use anything against someone because your character, your manhood, or your femininity doesn't depend on material stuff, I know. But you cannot tell me God is good and then I see where you live and that place looks like a shithole. Like you went to the favelas or some place like that. It seems to me the demiurge is rewarding its puppets more than your Jesus is rewarding his children. So I hate to say it, but to me it looks like the demiurge is even better than Jesus. I'm sorry to say, man. I don't want to give that piece of shit no compliments, but it seemed to me that the demiurge at least cares more about its puppets than Jesus cares about you. And a lot of them, guys, if you go there, they all are on welfare, getting a check, disability check. They cannot go work, but they can when there's a barbecue every year, because you used to do that every summer. They have the power to build up stands, all this heavy furniture, but they cannot go work. You see what I mean? And what didn't God say, if you don't work, you don't eat? So they're being hypocrites also. You're not following the book, you're telling other people to follow. So this is what I mean, guys. Stay away from those places. And you, my African brothers, especially you, in this NPC hive mind place, you are not liked at all. And it's because of that book taught people that it's all right to hate you. Because you are dark-skinned and your hair is quote-unquote kinky. Use your brain. You have to think, brother. All right, peace.